All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades. Good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a great weekend. Time to get a brand new week started. Today is on this 25K challenge, day 5, 5th trading day. Morning, Joan, Dr. DT, Todd, C, Adrian. How y'all doing? Hope y'all had a good weekend. So just real quick, looks like we had this nice little simplicity short here and pullback. But if you look at the 30 tick, on that pullback, we were kind of hitting this little bottom right here if you look to the left. And on that pullback, we had a cluster on that bar too. So I would have stayed out of that one. 50 tick chart's kind of messy right now. So let's see what happens here. Kind of a bit of a range on the 30 tick. Morning Vegas, Jim. Yeah, I noticed there was a gap last night from the open. I don't know if it filled it. Let me see. I may have to refresh my 30 tick because it only loaded, not even loaded from midnight. Let's see. While there's not too much going on, I'm going to let my 30 tick reload real quick because I don't know why it does that sometimes. It'll only load one day, even though I have 5 days. Shouldn't take too long to refresh. Yeah, typically what I do if I have, because I normally have 5 days loaded, and sometimes it'll do that. It'll only load like one day. So then I'll just go into data series and do like 4 or 6, and then it'll load everything. See, it's good now. And I can scroll all the way back now. That's typically what I do. And then tonight or something, I'll open the chart back up and go back to 5 days because I loaded 6. Yeah. All right, so let's see. We are trying to make our way up. We're at the 0.25 deviation. Let's see. double check my dynamic magnets and flux levels. All right, this thing's trying to push up. So since we're kind of in the middle of this area on the 30 tick and kind of nastiness on the 50 tick, if I'm looking to take an LRE, a pullback to continue long, I want this 10 tick to be kind of clear. So basically, I'll definitely want my entry to be above this wall. Because if we come back to the deviation, there's just not a lot of room there. And plus, there's a bunch of clusters to the left on the 30 tick at that area, right in here. So don't really love that. I'd want it to go a little further long. And on a pullback, I definitely want something with it. You know, some nice HD, something. Yeah, I typically want something with it anyways, but then you can see on the simplicity chart, this last sideways area was right up here at the ZOI. So, you know, be a little careful going into that too. And it's a Monday, so we just kind of have to wait a little bit and figure out what this market wants to do. No news for us this morning, so that's a big push up right there. Heading right up to that top where these flux levels are. Our high of the day is 11,187.25, so getting pretty close to it. All right, triple clusters here on the 10 tick now. A little bit of a fight going on. Nikita, if you put a link in the stream, I can't see anything. I can't, it didn't post a link for me. If you have my, I don't know if you Have you ever messaged me on Skype? If you have my Skype, send it over on Skype.
Potential Tx on NQ.
Yeah, if your data is all good on that, and yeah, if your data is all fine and connected and all that for the simplicity, then yeah, you may not have enough days since we have the weekend. Make sure you have 5 days at least. Awesome. Was it the days? Did that help? Okay, good. At least that was a simple fix. Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Potential Tx on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ.
Yeah. 118 sell orders. Look at that. Bring it right over here. 118 orders on that cluster. And look at it push up. I won't be taking an LRE here either. Look what we have going on the 30 tick. Made it right back almost to this top. Potentially an exhaustion box with trapped orders and a mini magnet. If this closes down, we could be heading right back down to the bottom there. But if this fails, this would be the third try up here and could just make a nice push up. So we'll see what happens on this bar. But I would not want to take an LRE to go long right now. And we just lay these double mini magnets and double clusters on the 10 tick. Definitely don't want to go long right there. Coming back down to those sell orders. Let's see what happens there. It just bounced right off of it. Came right down to those clusters. Popped right back up. Looks like that 30 tick bar might fail. Oh, got close. Yep. Oh, look at that. So saying if that 30 tick bar does not close down, it could pop through, being the third try. Yeah, I don't think the trade copier does copy the clusters, huh? Yeah, no clusters. Never even thought about that. So we did just make a new high on the day. Looks like it wants to keep pushing, but all right, now we have a cluster on this ZOI on the 30 tick. So we have a ZOI here, cluster here. I mean, this thing's pushing long, but it keeps giving me reasons why I don't want to go long. Pull back to the solid line now. Definitely not taking a long. Again, as we see plenty of reasons not to go back up into that. But, and also, I mean, we are on a pretty much like a 40-point move long. So here's another indicator that it possibly could have busted up long on the 30 tick. If you look, there was a ZOI here. Price came up to the flux, pulled back, laid this mini magnet here to push off that same level. If you look way left over here, there's a mini magnet there to push off that level and break through. But I still had nothing there to want to go long. As far as I mean, technically, yeah, there was a entry that right there that created that mini magnet, but I would have wanted an entry after that mini magnet. After it closed. But I didn't really see that at the time. See where we go from here. Yeah, this one right here. 829.35 bar on the 30 tick. When that bar closed up, that was a signal that this could push through. Morning, Dan. Good to see you. I mean, I haven't taken anything, but Simplicity has been on a nice little about 40-point run up. Couple of pullbacks, but there wasn't much there for me to really take. Each time there was something there to tell me you probably shouldn't take it, but then it just went anyways. Now let's see if this is going to actually come back short or if it's going to chop around a little bit. Just trying to get a short setup. If we get a break of the low of this bar, there we go. There's technically a short now. So let's see if it'll go and give us a pullback. If this does go short, I'd expect it to come down, back down. Remember, we have those 3 clusters there, and I don't have a full depth DOM up right now, but I bet there's some orders that did not get filled there because there was 118 orders. So I'd be willing to bet price is going to come down at least to that and possibly this 30 tick mini magnet if it does end up going short of this flux level.
Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ.
Testing the cluster on the 30 tick here. Let's see if it breaks it. Came right up to the cluster to test it.
Potential TX on NQ.
11,180. You have a flux level. Huh. Yeah, each of those for me is one's a 60-minute and one's a 240. Let's see. I'll refresh mine too.
Potential OP rejection on NQ.
Okay.
Trap orders with exhaustion box.
Yeah, I refreshed mine too.
OP rejection on NQ.
Never a bad idea just to refresh every now and then. Yeah, and if you look at the 50 tick, I mean, it wasn't really nice either. I mean, look at that. Just, you got that range, and it's just, yeah,
Potential elevator on NQ.
not very nice looking. Morning. You just have to be patient today. Nice. Appreciate that. Yep, counter's still where it's at for the moment. Or where it was Friday. All right, let's see if we can break this ZOI and start a new long. Let's see. 30 tick. We got double clusters. If this bar breaks above this COI, it'll be a simplicity long. Both are angled up. But again, we're at the high of the day right here. We just made a new high at 197.25. So and a day like today, if I do get a setup that I do like and I hop in, I'm not going to expect to really trail it for too far. Just seeing the way price is moving. So more than likely, if I do hop in a trade, I'll keep a fairly tight stop. You know, price movement isn't great. So, I mean, but you never know. Awesome, Dan. Thanks for that feedback. Yeah, I've got some more I need to put out there. I definitely wanted to get that cluster video out, but I just didn't get a chance to get that one. No problem.
Potential setup B on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Setup B on NQ.
Yeah, I saw somebody. Yeah, Dan, there's no news today, so it's a Monday, so it's kind of yeah. I saw somebody I think on Instagram or somewhere. There's a guy that he teaches trader discipline and psychology. I forgot his name. Let me find his name. Anyways, he posted something about how being a great trader should be boring, which it makes sense. He's like, the steps that a great trader takes is wait, execute, wait. And I mean, it is so true. I mean, we've heard this, but it's just whenever same message, different messenger type thing. And it's like, yeah, it's true. Let me find that guy's name. He actually has a trading psychology book, but it's an ebook. And I've been wanting to buy it just to, because all his posts are really good on Instagram. So I figured his book might be good. It's like $30 for the book. Kind of kind of high, but I don't know. Think I'll get it and read it and see how it is. Trying to find him right now. Great traders are boring. It should be boring. Should be boring to trade if you're a great trader. Yeah, boring. Because you sit so much and wait for the right execution. Oh, 100%, Dan.
Potential setup B on NQ.
Man, this is going to bug the crap out of me if I don't find this guy. Any other time when I open my Instagram, this guy's posts are all over the place. Can't find one right now. Oh, man. Well, sucks that you lost 2 evals. I mean, congrats on getting that 50K passed. Yeah. It's hard, especially when you know what to do. It's like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but why do I keep doing it? I went through that for so long. Like, God, I know it's just... There's a book that I read, The Mental Game of Trading, I think. Let me see. I know for sure I have that book. The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. That book is one of the things that turned the corner for me on discipline. And he talks about how you got to pay attention and even write down the signals before you blow up or before you have these episodes of revenge trading or whatever it is. Like, he's like, there's actually signals that you're not paying attention to. Like, you could feel it coming. That way in the future, when you feel that coming, you can get up and walk away before it happens. That's one of the things he mentions. Great book. The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. We're trying to go short here. Waiting to see if this is going to happen. Oh, nice, John. Where's that? Where are they at? On YouTube or Facebook, Instagram? Okay. YouTube, nice. Okay, I found the guy I was talking about on Instagram. His Instagram name is Trader Divergent. And his website is thedivergenttrader.com. And he has a book. I'm really going to... I'll probably grab that book here soon and read it and let y'all know how it is before y'all go throwing $30 at a ebook. But if y'all want to follow him, I don't know if y'all have Instagram, but he makes some nice posts. Yeah, we'll have story time, Dan. All right, guys, market slow. Open up page 3. Little pullback here. I don't, as y'all know, I personally don't take LREs behind the simplicity entry. It's technically you can. That's a valid entry. I just like, because we know simplicity is a trend, right? So I like it to be trending first and then pull back. So this was a valid entry, and it did come up and test this 30 tick cluster on that pullback. And it is testing this bottom here on the 10 tick. So that might not be a horrible entry there. And it looks like it could be, well, no, that went away. But I personally don't like to take these type of LREs if it has not been trending yet. And this is exactly why. Because it just keeps, because technically I would have been in let's say somewhere around 85 here, and I would have gotten knocked out already. So that's why they're valid, but probability is a lot lower in my opinion. If you take a trending, like if Simplicity's trending down and pulls back, even if you just blindly take every pullback to the solid line, I mean, those win, I'd say at least 50% of the time. I mean, because they just do. And then when you combine the other things I mentioned in that LRE video over the weekend, that's when you start getting in the upper 60s, lower 70s% win rate or better. Yeah, especially with today's price action, Dan. Yeah, for sure. You talking about, John, are you talking about the series that you mentioned for No Nonsense Forex? Yeah, I'll check that out. I'm going to watch that. Or are you talking about the video with the dopamine versus serotonin? Yeah, I like listening to a lot of like neurological stuff like that where they have the talk about the chemicals. Yeah, the chemicals in the brain and all that. Yeah, that stuff's super interesting to me. Yeah, I can get lost in just reading and listening to stuff about that for sure. All right, trying to, you see, man, with today's price action, just like Dan mentioned there, it came up and tested that area up here, and now it's shooting down. But man, you would have taken this LRE and taken a loss, and then it shoots down. You're like, dang. We're at those triple clusters now, where we had those 118 orders, right here. Let's see if price is going to stop or if it's going to bust through. Let's see, what price level is that? About 176.50 area. Okay, it's eating up those orders now. There we go. Now it's hitting that mini magnet on the 30 right there. See if it busts through. If it busts through it and pulls back to it, I'll take a short off of it. But if that does happen and I do short, if it busts through and it comes back and I take a short somewhere in this area, looking left on the 30 tick, there's all these clusters back here, kind of in that zone. So you'd have to expect some hesitation because there's not really a target except for a wall and deviation down there. So you'd have to just trail tight or have a set target and expect hesitation if that happens. But it looks like it's trying to set up a mini magnet on top of this mini magnet. Trying. Yeah, that's my favorite trade. When it busts through things, pulls back and tests it, and then take a trade off of that. Yep. My favorite. All right, 9 a.m. Let's see if we get some volume. More volume to kind of push this. We do have flux now right below this wall. So I think that just refreshed and put that there. Todd. SFT. All right. This new volume coming in, pushing it short. See if it makes it. If it goes through.
Potential OP rejection on NQ. OP rejection on NQ.
Two reasons I'm not taking that pullback. Right here. Even though you could probably, you could have got 5 points out of this. But again, simplicity entry is below that pullback. And I'm waiting to see if we're going to be able to bust through this, because this could be a point where it's can just pop up if it doesn't bust through. So ugly. Look at this 50 tick chart. Man. This goes up to 86.50. It'll create a little 3-bar chop on the 50 tick. Always remember, we do not have to take a trade every single day. Obviously, if you're trading after the open, you're going to have more opportunities. But even then, if price action stays just ugly, just stay out. You and I both know, Vegas, why. At that point, you just say, I didn't lose money. How much do you make today? I did not lose. Mind Mastery is really good. It actually makes you feel like when you're listening to everything you're saying, you're like, it just makes so much sense. Where you're kind of like, God, like why do I do that? Like, it just it makes you feel like you're just I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, I mean, because we know these things, and it's just like, but Daryl puts it in different perspective for us, and uses analogies and things like that really well in mind mastery, and it's really good for sure. Well, these boring days being live does make it easier for me to be live on boring days because I got you guys to talk to versus just sit here. Yeah, definitely lots of red eye zones. I mean, it's just red in there. Dang, man. Yeah, but still, before I was going live, I would still talk to myself. So, if y'all talk to yourself, it's okay. Sit here and talk to myself out loud about the market. This market is not going anywhere. If this goes here, I'm looking for this. At least now, my wife doesn't think I'm crazy talking to myself. Oh yeah, used to be lots of curse words. Hey Jeff, yeah, I'll definitely want to bust those double clusters on the 30 tick. I want to take something in there, but yeah, if he could bust that top with a simplicity long. But then again, I mean, man, look, price got just what's the high? 11,197.25. You would think it would want to go up and at least test that 11,200, but didn't get there. If it comes back up though, I'm sure it would break through and go and bust through 200. Vegas, yeah, I never got that far myself. No broken cuz I knew, even though I felt like it sometimes, I knew I would just that cost me more money and I'd be mad about that.
Double cluster NQ.
No, so the data does not include level 2. If you need you can add the extra data in the Apex Trader Funding website. I think it's like 35 or $40 for all markets, or it's like $10 for one. Yeah. If it's not a very strong simplicity move, then we can call that a wimp. We got a wimp long. It's one you might want to wait for the LRE on. Yeah, in your Apex Trader Funding login, when you log in on the top on the menu, you'll see it says data feed upgrades. That's where you'll go. Oh, I hate that, Jeff. When you have something, I'm a real structured person, so when something throws off my normal routine, I hate that. That messes me up. I can hear Adam Sandler now. Yep, looks like nothing is going to happen today. Man. Yep, good job on that, Mark. That's exactly what you need to do, because then the market will start flinching a little bit, kind of doing what it's doing now, and make it look like it's going to do something. You hop in, you lose, and then it's like, why did I even do that? See you later, Mark. Have a good day. Yeah, very well could be, Jim. Could be. And as we're getting closer to the open, might start doing, some little popping up and down here and there, but that's one thing I do too, because I have my time limits on my trading. So once I get towards the end, if price action was terrible and then it starts kind of looking good, but I'm maybe 10 minutes away from stopping trading, a lot of times I'll just go ahead and stop, because I don't want any kind of fakes or anything like that, and then get me a loss.
Double cluster NQ.
See, like right now, it's trying to make a move on us, but I'd be very skeptical. Right now, I have two PAs that I've had since June. So I've had them since June of last year. And then I just had tomorrow, actually, will be two more PAs that I qualified for last week. And I qualified for them, but I needed, those were some of those 90% off deals. So I qualified 250Ks there. And then, so I'll have those started here this week too. Then I have some 300Ks I've been working on, but those are just kind of attached to all the rest of my. I have three 300Ks, but they're just kind of attached I just copy trade those and just let them happen when they happen.
Potential TBS on NQ.
That was the biggest thing for me. I got to the point where I could just, getting them funded now hasn't been too much of an issue anymore. But I was, I was at the point last year where, okay, I'll get it funded. All right, a few weeks go by, do well, and then mess it up. So I wanted to hold a PA. That was my next goal. So I kind of broke my trading down into phases, right? So sim, if I actually didn't really do sim for too long because these evaluations, but evaluation, okay, let's get funded. All right, now I've gotten funded. Okay, now it's becoming easier to get funded. So the next step was in a PA. All right, let's get into the green because every time I got funded, I mean, as soon as I started, I would just go down, and then the whole time I'm trying to recover, and then I'd blow it out, and then I started blowing out PAs. I'm like, all right, next goal is to just, I don't even care about a withdrawal. I just want to hold a PA. I just don't want to hold a PA. I mean, I don't want to blow it out. I just want to hold it. So that was my goal last year. So I got 2 PAs and I've held them since June. And they are, they've been profitable. They've been doing good. And so I started adding more evaluations. And like I said, I have 2 more PAs coming tomorrow. So now I'm at the point where I just want to build those things. Oh man, I've done that. I've that sucks to blow a PA. Oh, you blew it when you request to pay. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I've seen people have that happen, where it's like you're at the point that where you can get qualify for a payout, and then that's tough. Sorry to hear that. Oh man, yeah, Jeff. I mean, just stay with it. You're down 700, but that's really not a lot. You just need a nice little streak. Just get a nice little streak, and before you know it, you'll be back up there. Yeah, that's painful, man. Ugh. Trading could definitely be heartbreaking. Yeah, Jeff, that's what I talk about on my money management video. The one that I made, the second one for after you're funded. I hit on that a little bit about when I want to take a withdrawal is after I could withdraw and still have a good buffer, and basically I kind of break it down of exactly my strategy, because you know depending on the size of the account, you don't want to take it out and have a $500 drawdown left, or even $1,000. Exactly, Vegas. I feel like, I mean, they're doing everything in their power to create successful traders, and they really are. It's really up to us. Exactly. Yep. I was around at least a minimum of 55K, but 55, 56K, yeah. Nice. That's great. Way to stick with that, Joan, and bring it back up. That goes to show you, you can do it. You can definitely do it. It's just because, even this little 25K challenge I'm doing, y'all saw last week, one day, I mean, it wasn't much, but it was in the red. It was under 25K. So, I mean, it happens. You just got to stick. I always say this and I break it down to the 3 steps. I think is key, is having the strategy, which we know if there's many strategies, and then having great money management, and then the discipline to follow your strategy and your money management. That's it. That's really all it takes, in my opinion. It's a lot harder than than it sounds, but to me, I mean, if you can just do that, you'll be successful over the long term. Not day to day, maybe not even week to week, but over the long term. My goal is not even to be profitable every single day. Of course, I want to, but I want to be profitable every week. Every week, which leads to every month. Yeah. All right. Well, 9:22, getting really close to the dark zone. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day here. Yeah, John, trading well is the most important thing. That's why I always say trade well. That is the most important thing. That's why I look in terms of ticks. I do not look at my dollar amount. I don't even look at my total. I mean, obviously for this stream, right here, I'm have that there. But normally, if you look at any of my other lives, when I'm not doing this 25K challenge, I only look at my P&L at the end of the week. I never look at it every single day or during the day. I only look at my, know how many trades I got to take based on how many ticks I'm risking, and that's it. At the end of the week, I look at my P&L. So, but anyways, all right, y'all. Look at this. Price is gonna break up now, and I'm just gonna call it a day though, because we're heading right back up to that top. Anything can happen. Close to the end of my session. 11,191 thick level. Oh, that's ZOI. Wait, 191. Oh, this orange one? That orange one is a Paul copied. The thicker lines are just OP from my 30 tick chart. I make them thicker so I can make sure and distinguish that I see them and that I know they're from the 30 tick chart. Look at price just flying up now. Yeah, I should have done this earlier, NQ. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to head off of here. I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining me this morning. And of course, for those of you that are going to be trading after the open, trade well. I'll see y'all tomorrow.